Hey, are you considering selling your home? Well, I have 7 tips to help you get ready to sell your home. Coming up. Hi, I'm Regina Chen. I'm your local real estate agent right here in Irvine, California. Today, we're going to talk about if you have any thoughts about selling your home. I want to provide you some tips, so get your head, start thinking and planning ahead. Today, I'm going to share with you 7 tips of them. Let's jump right in. So those tips I'm going to share, some are like pretty much common sense. When you hear it, you're like, nah, of course, why you even included it? But a lot of time, you just definitely need that refresher. And I will try to lay it out probably in the sequence in terms of preparation steps. Number 1, declutter. Yes, this is one of those no-brainer. You don't need a realtor like me to tell you, but this is also a lot of time the most time-consuming part. And I know it's not fun. It's easy for me to say. I know you said, Regina, you are not moving. Easy for you to say, but I definitely feel your pain. Like, I live in my current house for 10 years. I kid you not. I still have several boxes never unboxed in my garage. So anyway, bring back to the tip number 1. Declutter is very important. That's the first step. Even when you're not selling, there's always an exercise to go through on a yearly basis. Number 2, depersonalize. What do I mean by depersonalize? When you're selling your home, you're trying to make your home appeal to the mass buyer base, the average buyer. So you might have something you treasure a lot, means a lot to you, has emotional value attached to it, but we have to keep that in mind, what we're trying to achieve. We are appealing to the most buyer in the market. So you don't want necessarily still keep up your personal picture, your wedding photo. The key is when you're prepping for the home to sell, is to create that stellar first impression. Because believe it or not, a lot of time, the first impression in your home, it could be the last impression, if you know what I mean. Especially we're prepping it for the video, picture, to put it online. That could be very critical for buyers to decide if they even want to schedule a tour, even want to step inside your open house or not. So number 2, depersonalize, very important. I highly recommend it. Put away those things are unique to you. Leave the decoration or staging to professional. I'll give you one example that one of the home I show my buyer to, they have very amazing ancient doll collection, but it kind of scared my buyer away, because again, that's a very personal hobby. Everyone's different. You don't want to leave the house selling chances to something like that to scare away your buyer or to limit your buyer base. I hope that example helps for you to imagine what I mean depersonalize. Number 3, deep clean. Well, I want to try to get an analogy, maybe for all the ladies out there. You remember your wedding days? You prep your skin, you probably watch your diet for that big day. I keep using the same analogy that when we put your home on the market to sell, that's the big day. That's so we're doing all kinds of things, put our best foot forward. Every small step detail will add up to the ultimate experience to the buyer. So deep clean is highly recommended. I also will share with you, when I show a home, I can tell you buyer's mindset, what buyer's thinking. Buyer doesn't know the seller. Buyer doesn't necessarily know this house. But when they walk inside, if we take off our shoes, we walk on the floor, it feels sticky or dusty, that definitely takes down a lot of score of this house. And also it do something to the buyer psychology too. If the house on their showing day, their open house, it's dusty, they always wonder that, I get the feeling the seller is not taking good care of this house. I wonder, is anything not visible to our naked eye? Would it be also have some problem or bigger issue than other cleaning home? So that's number 3, deep cleaning. Number 4, window washing. Well, I don't think all homes or all listings did that, but I highly recommend it. Again, it's bringing back to the wedding day. You want to get your, you want to eat well, drink well, and you exfoliate. You'll do like a super expensive, nice facial to make your face radiate, to glow. And it's the same thing. I think that I always recommend all my seller to do the window wash. You'll be surprised once the window wash, for one, it look much cleaner. Two, look much newer. Three, you will notice the natural light come in, make your whole house brighter, lit up. Number 5, well, this one you probably hear that, read it online a lot. Put it on a new paint. Again, we're putting all the layers, try to make your home irresistible to buyers. So that way, no matter you're trying to get the top dollar or try to sell it fast, all those steps gonna have like a snowball effect, make your home get the best result in terms of selling. So like I said, a lot of these things are like common sense. You probably can do yourself, like with coloring, depersonalizing. For the rest of the step, I think you can link into an experienced realtor that knows the community and have regular production, meaning that they're in the market actively, not just sell one home a year. Because in today's market, things move very fast, not only in terms of mortgage rate, price point, as a result of inflation, but also in terms of buyers' preference, what they're in terms of the paint color, floor plan, furniture, or the decoration style, a piece of the whole dynamic. So you want to work with someone that know your community, know the market, so they can give you the best advice to give you the best result. I know everybody have our own personal preference, but you definitely want to lean into professional. They would take a lot of things into consideration. For example, sometimes we cannot change everything in your house, like your cabinets, for example. Back then when they bought it, that's the darker wood color, project very premium, luxurious. Depends on what kind of community you're in, what kind of house, and what's your potential buyer base. We need to take all that into consideration. So in terms of paint color, please lean into professional. We can share with you what's the most in demand or what's most buyers are looking for. Number 6, that's repair. All right, so if there's small thing, it's very obvious. For example, you definitely want to switch up the light bulb or your door hinge. Maybe it's tilted, you know what I mean? When it's over time, the door hinge can get loose, so it's hard to close. That all, again, we're always keeping the buyer's open house experience or buyer home tour experience in mind. Those details can, like I said, I don't want anything to take away from your home. In terms of repair, those small things we definitely need to address and work with a realtor, because a lot of times they have good handyman. They can come in quick to get it fixed at a very economic price, and they'll notice things that we didn't think about. Does it bother you when your door closes making those noise? That's an easy fix with some WD-40, but I know a lot, we're all busy, especially if you try to do some project at home, book some contractor, even cleaner, you know how hard it is to book their time because they're so busy. When you're prepping a home for sale, I think time is of essence, especially in today's market, which is changing right now. You want to get on the market as soon as possible without compromising doing the right job. So in terms of repair, that's definitely one of the items I highly recommend. Link into your realtor, let the realtor help you, tell you that what needs to be done and what other things probably we have other way to address it, or we'll leave it till once we have a buyer offer, we can handle it in a different way. Number 7 is this one I probably don't hear people talk about a lot, but I always recommend that too, is dig up your document, dig up your paperwork. What document we're talking about? Well, number 1, I would want to check that if you have your home warranty policy, because if you do, a lot of those repair and retouching stuff, we probably can utilize those home warranty. If home warranty pretty much is like insurance for home appliances. If something's not working, let's say your faucet is leaking, your refrigerator has issue, or your dishwasher, depends on what your home warranty coverage, you probably can use that to have that home warranty contractor come out to fix things and be hopefully covered by your home warranty insurance. So that's number 1 paperwork we're wanting to pull out to check, do you have home warranty, if we can tap into that coverage when we're prepping the house. for sale. Number two, I want you to find out your loan statement, loan document. I know you're probably, if you still have mortgage, yes, you just pay the monthly payment, but you probably don't always remember by heart what's your loan balance, why that number is important. So when you prepping, so you can gauge when you talk to your realtor, we'll be able to help you find out that let's say, obviously, like pricing is important, but that's for another video. Once we decide the list price, you want to know your loan balance, and we'll calculate all the closing costs so you have a more realistic idea of what's your take-home money, how much of what we call it net proceed, what you can expect to take away after the home is sold, everything's said and done. Number three is I want you to go back. I'm sure more or less along the way, no matter how long you stay in this house, you probably put in some renovations, some upgrades. Try to find out those invoices, if you have it, that's perfect, or even email, or just make a list of all those upgrade lists. That's a good information for us, for one, to factor in when we come up with list price, and number two, we want to provide that included in when we communicate, when we do our open house, or even we put in our MLS, communicate with the buyer's agent and buyer how much investment we put in there in order to support our price. And so, and also a lot of time, that give buyer a good feeling that, okay, this is a good house. Maybe there are a lot of things is not visible to them, but actually the investment is definitely there. And also it convey or hinting on this seller is very organized. That's always a good thing to know. I hope you find today's video helpful. If you're thinking about selling your home, we're gonna have a series of video specifically addressing to your question and concern. I'll see you in the next video.